Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another stream. So yeah, it's unusual to be streaming after the last stream for like from 4 days ago, but here we are again on Sunday. Hope you're all doing well. So this stream will be covering a couple of things. We'll be going through the advanced wishes, 150 of them. A recap of the legendary invitation from the last stream, and then we'll be also doing the supreme battle, the fuse, checking out the fuse quartz, the guild war, the shadow tower, and as well as all of the arenas, and doing a couple of hero upgrades as well. So let's start things off with the supreme battle, since that's going to be ending soon. So on your Sunday to-do list, this is, or just the weekend list, this should be your number one, because this is where you get most of the resources, like the stones to upgrade equipment, gold, fancy essences, and everything. So it's really important. This is one of the most important events out of everything. So we'll just quickly run through this. So the further you get in this game mode, the more resources you can get, and also the more difficult it gets. So I think right now we can clear to about stage around stage 60 or 70. Hopefully they'll implement some kind of skip feature to just clear up to maybe the first 25 or 50 stages, so you don't have to always skip all these battles in the beginning. So we're getting more stones now, as well as more gold and more fancy essences. And now the rewards have changed, so after stage around 25 we start getting glory badges. And right here you can see you can start to get smelting stones from stage 35 and up. So I think every like 20 or 30 stages after this stage you'll also get more smelting stones. So this is like a great way to upgrade your equipment. And we have to start, okay, also stage 40, okay, so it's almost every 5 stages, and then about 20 stage gap, and then it'll be like another 10 or 20 stages. And I think we can clear up to about stage 50 with no losses. Oh, there. So we just lost Night Daughter there. And hopefully we didn't lose anyone. Okay, so we lost 2 heroes there. So this is the time where you have to start really figuring out things. So we'll take out our Death Envoy and then put in... This is where it really helps to have backup heroes. So if you have like 2 or 3 teams, you can sub in heroes that you still have that haven't died yet. So we'll sub in our 3 humans and 3 dark heroes to make this human and dark aura. And we're still pretty strong. So as the stages get higher, it's best to use some of the badges to refresh and get some better skills here. So in general, you want skills that stun, which are the best, because that'll interrupt the enemies and give your team a huge advantage. And then you'll want like armor penetration or offensive skills versus teams that are tankier, or in general it's good against most teams. So we'll take that armor penetration here and hopefully we can beat these guys. Speed might be useful in like the higher stages, but right now it's not that important. Okay, so we lost Cleopatra, so we'll replace that with Justice Angel. And we're trying to maximize our badges, so not using too many of these 20 badge purchases here to get some skills. You have to really try to find the balance which works for your team. Okay, so we actually didn't have an aura that time, and I don't think we can create another aura here, so we'll use the Saint heroes to make a Saint Dark aura. Yo, Caleb, what's up? Alright, so now we're on stage 52 and our teams are taking quite a beating now. So we won't be able to get too far after this, I think. Okay, crit is also really important. If your heroes don't already have max 80% crit, then that will be a huge boost in your damage. You want to take out these opponents as quickly as you can, because the tankier ones will recover a huge amount of HP, and then it'll just be an endless non-stop. Your heroes will just keep dying over and over and over. So you want to take advantage like right away at the beginning of the battle. So just like this as well, so boosting 2 heroes with 50 fury at the start of battle, that is also a pretty decent one. And for now we'll just keep going with some kind of power up to go through the battle, because we don't want to risk losing heroes. So how far have you got? How far can you get in the Supreme Battle, Caleb? Or how far did you get this week? Alright, 60% increased crit damage. So definitely Paladin would be good there, since he provides increased crit. And it looks like we're just gonna have to try mixed teams here, since we don't really have, well, we could sub out Monkey, but this Wind Ranger is pretty low, so it might not really be worth it. Okay, now we're stuck. Okay, now we just have to use teams without auras. So we'll put priests and tanks in the 1st and 4th spots, and then you typically want your strongest damage in the middle or the back row depending on the opponents. And should be good to go. And the Astrolabe is also really key for this as well. So you need a really, well, you need a strong Astrolabe, like upgraded to at least level 5 in some kind of skill. I'd recommend Thorny Outer Shell is like good in general, so having level 5 is just good for every battle in general. Hammer of Punishment, if the opponents are kind of tanky, this is a good skill to use. And then of course if you have the higher ones like Prayer of Luck or Spirit of Martyr, then those would be ideal for this, because they provide more real armor and just better skills in general. And these are the one of the most difficult stages. So there's like a bunch of priests which have crazy healing and crazy amount of HP, so you want heroes with a lot of stun and possibly a stun skill here as well. Armor, like defensive skills won't do your team any good because they don't deal too much damage, so you want to aim for offensive stats here. And as you can see, we're not too lucky there. Okay, we got Petrify. So let's see if we can do this. We'll sub in some stronger heroes so we have a better chance of winning here. Alright, sweet. So we made it to stage 60. This is also another difficult stage because there's 3 ancient trees here which all heal a lot of HP. Usually you can take out the first 3 heroes and then the trees are left behind, and then you can just clean those up after. So our team's still alive, as you can see. And you don't really need to use any extra skill on that stage either. And this stage isn't too difficult either. These ones are pretty straightforward. Okay, I think we still have 2 heroes alive here. And we're running out of heroes, so you want to try to use every single hero possible to deal damage. Oh, there, look, we took out 1 panda there, so we should be able to take out the other one as well. Or maybe not. Okay, there goes our whole team. So clearly this panda is a lot stronger and buff than the regular pandas. So we'll refresh here and use a full set of dark heroes to just finish him off here. And as you can see, we're getting a lot more gold and a lot more stones as well. So these are some pretty tough stages as well. All of the elemental heroes have a huge amount of armor, so we'll want to use our armor penetration skill here. And then this team has a lot of damage and they can take out our team quickly, so we'll want to get rid of them as fast as possible. So the extra armor penetration should help with that. And with anti-control, it's not that important right now. Armor is not that great either, because usually with your attack heroes they already have low armor, so the boost isn't that significant. You want things that'll give your team an offensive advantage. So there we go. Petrify is pretty decent. So we'll use human heroes here. Human and Dark Aura. And then we'll use, I think we can make another human and Saint Aura this time, although it's going to be a lot weaker. And that should clear things up. Okay, maybe not. Okay, so there's just one hero left. It's not worth using any skill for that. So we'll just throw in some of our rare and dungeon heroes, or barbarian and dungeon heroes, and that should be good to go. And I think this actually closes in about 10 seconds, so we'll see how far we can get with that. Because I think there's a 5-minute settling time for all the rewards. Okay, never mind. That must be for some other game mode. So we'll use our refresh again since most of our heroes are dead. And this is actually a pretty strong team here since they have a lot of stun or a lot of freeze with all the bone dragons, and then Night Daughter could potentially destroy your team instantly. So armor penetration to get rid of those should be pretty decent for our dark team here. And then this is can be another difficult team, so we'll also use a skill. So we got 40% silence, which is extremely good. And we'll change it, actually no, we'll keep it since these are elemental. Again, you want high armor penetration. And just the boost of attack in general is pretty decent, so we'll take that. And we'll use Thorny Outer Shell to deflect some of the damage there. And this is another pretty difficult stage, so you want to get rid of as many heroes as possible. Okay, dodge 30% is also pretty decent because it'll allow our heroes to take less damage and survive longer in battle. So we'll take that. Although I don't think you can win this fight. But we got close. Alright, and we'll just use the rest of our heroes to clean up. Oh, yeah, so basically the 2 minutes is until I think like 5 minutes before the daily reset. So it actually does close for 5 minutes and then it'll be unavailable. So you have to finish before the timer resets, or the timer goes to 0. This is a super tanky team here, so stun will definitely help us. Okay, so we need to get something with damage. Oh man, these are really nice for defensive, but okay, we'll just use attack for now and then refresh everything and just pray that this works out. Oh man, okay. So yes, we got a few of them down. So next we have our human and saint team. That's too many. Okay. Hopefully this team can beat them. Oh, okay, there we go. And this is, I think, where we're stuck. Right here. No more badges or anything. And this is also a really difficult team. So that's currently where we can get up to in the Supreme Battle, but after we upgrade our rare team and finish a few swapping heroes with our dark heroes, we should be able to get into the 90s or 100s very soon. So let's go over the legendary invitation while the Supreme Battle settles. So the last winner, here's the last winners for stage 12. So our guildmate here won the overall top spot, and then we have everyone down below here. So it looks like BAP actually, his team's actually really powerful compared to, or he's done some like big upgrades. So he was able to get into the top 8. I think that's his first time he's been in the top 8. And then we have the usual Kayn. I think has also improved his team a lot as well. So Kayn's second there, and then we have this guy. He used to be the top champion, but he fell down to in the top 3, I guess, or top 4. And this person is also really strong, and he hasn't been on the top, I think, too much. And then Maigao, Jessica, and this other person here have all been in the top 8 like quite a few times. So we guessed 6 out of 8 right in the top 8 quizzes here, so we got 10 points. And then we got 20 points correctly for guessing the winner here, which is basically the fee it costs to participate in this. So you basically get a free entry if you just guess this guy here, and then you get basically the rest of it is just free gems. So we got 78 points. So we got to almost to 2,000 gems. We got 1,800 gems. And a couple, so we guessed all of the championships right here. Kayn improved his team, so he's definitely the one you want to vote for in the coming legendary invitation. And besides that, most of our predictions were right. BAP here is another one of the stronger heroes or stronger teams. And I think that pretty much covers it. So you can review the whole battle overview here with the battle diagram, and then to get a better view of how things progressed. And then here's all the rankings of everyone who had the most points. And I guess we can just take a look at the top 3 fights here to see how Kayn's team did versus versus the top guy here. So he has a pretty straightforward team. It's just all Immortal Zombies and Cantors for like a huge amount of damage over time and Petrify. And it actually looks like it's working, but then Asura just takes out one of the Cantors. And things are kind of evening out now. Okay, and it's still pretty even. There's 5-5. Okay, the Trump pilot got destroyed there. Okay, so the reason he couldn't beat him was because he couldn't defeat his team within the 15 rounds. So I'm thinking they might extend the number of rounds in the future, because the way it's looking is some heroes are just way too strong defensively and you can't defeat them within 15 rounds. So either they're gonna have to add more things that buff heroes, like increase the equipment and make them stronger, or just increase the number of rounds. But I'm thinking it's more likely going to be that heroes get some more powerful items to kill heroes faster. So this was actually a really close round here. Kayn could... I don't know how he lost this one. Or, oh, okay, never mind. So it's the best of 3 for each fight. Alright, and this guy, I think he just has way too many tanks, and this is probably his like leftover team, so that's why Kayn is just got destroyed. There's really no need to use more than one of the deep sea titans. Okay, so the Supreme Battles reset to the daily challenges throughout the week. And then I'll just go over quickly of the full checklist for basically every Sunday or like the weekend. So the first thing I usually do is the Supreme Battle for all of those rewards. And then next we have the Legendary Invitation, so you want to kind of check on the battles daily and make sure you're voting for the hero that you think is going to win. And then Sunday is the conclusion of that, so you'll get your rewards. So this week we got 1,800 gems there. And then next, I forgot to check that earlier, but you should always check the fuse quartz because we just missed the last 6 heroes in the rotation. So these are the new 6 heroes available until next Sunday when the refresh happens again. And none of them are really that great. Besides, if you really wanted to get something, you could trade for Storm Daughter, or actually no, it's not even really worth getting any of these. Storm Daughter's okay and Horror Clown's okay, but I wouldn't recommend getting either of them. you can't really see any of them in like endgame teams, and they're not too great for like endgame teams. So after the Fused Quartz, we have the Guild Challenge, or sorry, the Guild War or Hall of Expedition. So you want to check that you've applied if you're the guild leader. So make sure to select your top 15 players, or however you choose your players, just make sure there's 15 of them. And you want to make sure you're choosing like active players that will attack in the fight and actually help you win the battles, because that's how you get rewards and like kind of improve your guild overall. So all of these people that I'm choosing now are usually ones that attack each fight. Alright, so there's our successful registration for the Guild War for the next day, since it just finished today. And I think we finished in about 7th place or so, something like that. So the way to check how your team's active or not is with this sword icon here, and then you can check if everyone's done their attacks, and also check who attacked who, because in general you should be facing the opponent directly across from you for the most amount of points. Or if it's a guild that's not too active, and you can take advantage by attacking some teams that are stronger here in the, like for example, well, I forgot to attack entirely, so that wasn't good on my part, although we can't actually beat this guild at all, so it doesn't matter too much. But for example, I would be attacking number 13 here, and then if there's a weaker team up here, we could get more points and then attack this team here. But don't look for the team that's the lowest for the highest amount of points, because it caps out at about like 34 points where I am now. So like attacking the 9th player at 34 points here, there's no point of attacking anyone higher because you'll get the same amount of points. So always look for like the lowest player with the highest amount of points, basically. And then if you can beat them only, because if you can't beat them, then there's no point of attacking them. And then after Guild War, we have the Shadow Tower, which I missed earlier, but that's alright. So it ends on every Sunday, so you'll want to aim for around, well, depending on where the rankings are. So last ranking, I think there were people with around 18, like 15 to 18,000. So you want to aim for the top, at least the top 10 here to get 20 potions. So always try to get to that amount every single week, and you'll get 20 mysterious potions, because the rest of the rewards will likely be claimed by like the strongest players on your server, where they can actually defeat the final boss to get all of the rewards. It's like the extra 2,000 or 3,000 points. So we'll just quickly go through this. And then on the 5th stage, you actually get 1 credential for bravery. So every day you can get 1 credential for bravery, and then on the every 7 days you'll basically get 1 free refresh. So you can refresh and then get like twice the amount of points that you normally get. So I would recommend not refreshing until either there's an event going on where if you defeat shadow bosses you can get like special event drops, or you use it to just slightly boost your rank to get the 20 mysterious potions. Those are the only 2 times you should be using these boss tickets here, or else you'll just burn through them and you won't get anything extra from using them. And then you can also use your secondary teams and other teams to get a few extra points as well. So if you have like 2 or 3 teams, you can get a little bit further up the rankings. And then the last thing you want to check on is all of the arenas. So there's Champion Arena, Guild Arena, Epic Arena, and Freedom Arena. And I think, okay, so the Champion Arena just ended. So the Guild Arena just opened now. So you want to always try to boost your rank as much as you can for the Champion Arena to get the rewards just before it ends. And then same thing for all of these modes basically. So the Guild Arena, and then the Freedom Arena, which I think rewards the most for the season. Oh, we can't check that now, but the Champion and Freedom Arena reward a lot of great resources to upgrade heroes. And then you also have the Epic Arena League, which is like a 2-week thing, so it ends every 2 weeks. And then you'll want to also do these as well, although it likely won't be the end. It ends every other week, so you'll get the rewards. You won't get rewards like too frequently from this. So like every 2 weeks you can get maybe about 6 or 5 to 700 gems, or more if you're like one of the top players on the rankings. And then, so that covers everything. So basically in order, it's the Supreme Battle, Legendary Invitation, the Fuse Quartz, then check on Guild War, Shadow Tower, and then all of the arenas. And now we'll do some hero upgrades. So actually no, before that we'll do the Advanced Wishing. So let's see if we can get lucky here and finish the event. So we're doing 150 Advanced Wishes. Alright, you got me. That's so random. I like cheesecake too. Actually, cheesecake's like one of my favorite things, so yeah. Alright. So jumping back into this Advanced Wishing. So ideally you want to refresh way in advance to try to get world fruits here, and then potentially something good you need here, and orange statue shards, and as well as a shard of the heroes that you need. Oh, that was actually a huge mistake, but luckily we still got our world fruit. So let's start and see what we get. We can actually use, it's not too bad since we can use elemental heroes and then swap them into other heroes with mysterious potions. Oh wow, okay, so we got 5 fruits there. And you can only get the world fruit a total of 10 times. Okay, see you later, Try. Thanks. Enjoy your Sunday. And we are almost halfway now, and we got another fruit there, and I think that's the end of the fruits there. So we got everything maxed out here. So ideally you don't want to refresh with the 300 gems. You want to kind of wait it out again and then wait 24 hours, refresh, wait 24 hours, refresh. But I'm just gonna refresh it now and hopefully get a fruit soon. Okay, perfect. That didn't take too many gems, but that's fine. And hopefully we'll get that Oblivion Scroll, because I want to reset one of our trees. Okay. Should be finishing up soon, so let's see how many we have here. Okay, 2 more summons. 2 more spins. Here. And we should probably refresh as well. It's probably not worth it since it's just 1 more spin here. We've already used a ton of gems, so it's not a good idea to keep refreshing that. And then we'll swap our... We're gonna swap our I forgot to do this last stream actually. We're gonna swap our Paladin into Immortal Zombie. So we have just enough Immortal Zombies if we summon everything using fruits, or not fruits, miracle syrups. And that gives us 6. So we can swap our Paladin into Immortal Zombie. There he is. And you need 6 copies of a hero, and then 6 fodders of the same camp to be able to switch a hero. And we're missing some more fodder, so we'll just quickly summon that. Okay, so it looks like that's all the barbarian fodder we have, but that's fine. There should be enough that we can use. So we're swapping him to Immortal Zombie. And we'll use Blood Hunter since we're not using him. And we'll use Axe King as well. Hey Milan, what's up? Oh wow, yeah, it's late there. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. Have a good night and have a good rest. So we get 240 Dark Souls here, and we got our level 240 Immortal Zombie. So our rare team is almost complete now. And then the next thing we can do is this is gonna use a lot. Wow, we got our sandstorm right here, so we might hold on to that. This is gonna use quite a few heroes, but we have to do it. This will be our first 8-star Asura, which we'll be using to create a 4-star Asura right off the bat. So to create an 8-star Asura, we need our bow hunt punisher here, 3 copies of Asura, and then you need just one, let's see, 1 6-star hero. So we'll just use this Earth Prophet. And there's our first copy here, 8-star Asura. And then we can also make a little progress towards our last rare hero. So we're gonna also use a second Trump Pilot. And I don't think we can make him right away, but we'll see. If we can get some shards from the guild challenge. And we're just gonna go ahead and summon our extra Asuras just because we can use them in the guild challenge. Oh man, this is like a really strong defensive team here. 2 Vasi Spirits, 2 Trump Card Pilots, and 2 Valkyries. Seems like no one is able to beat it at all. So we'll give it a try. 3 Asuras. They have a lot of stun and a lot of damage. Basically everything that you need. So it's going to be really difficult. It's going to be pretty unlikely that we'll beat him, but we'll see how things go. So we're using a rare team with 3 Asuras, 2 Trump Card Pilots, and Immortal Zombie. And we'll actually put Immortal Zombie first so we can poison the heroes. And we'll see how things turn out. Oh. Oh jeez. Okay, so the Asuras took out 1 hero and getting destroyed by the Trump Pilots. But it looks like we could beat them. Yep. And oh man. Okay, 2 Asuras versus 2 Valkyries. Oh, oh man. Wow, that was so close. Okay. So I think if we fought them like a couple of times, we could probably win. That was just like bad RNG there. Defense teams are really overpowered, basically. So we didn't get the shard there, but let's try some of the easier teams here. This team's also pretty strong. easiest one should be... These are all really strong teams with trump card pilots. Okay, this one here has no aura, but has a Crystal Lion. But we should be able to beat it. It's a mixed team with no aura. So we just need to get lucky and get the trump card pilot. Okay, Crystal Lion. Let's see how long it takes to take it out. Or if we'll actually just lose. I don't know. Holy cow. That's like 20 hits now. Okay, there we go. Those things are such a pain. Thankfully they only have one. Once you have two of those, it goes to round 15 really fast. And let's see. This team here we might be able to beat. Although it'll probably be pretty close. Alright, the Sirs just go nuts. Basically, the more Sirs you have, the higher the chance you have of winning. And there it is, we got our trump card pilot. So we will definitely summon him right away. Not too sure if we got a shard earlier, didn't catch it. Okay, so we just have one. That's good. And how many copies do we have now? Okay, so we have 2 copies plus Destroyer, so we have enough to make one. And I think we need a total of 3 to make him 1-star leader. So we'll just do that right away. Since we have a lot of fodder. And then we need to get another, I think 6 copies of them to get the rest of them we need. And we'll also do one more replacement. So we're gonna change our Monkey King into, actually let me see which one it is. I'm gonna try and change the stronger Monkey King into a nine-tailed fox. So this one has attack. And, okay, so they both have attack and they're not really too much better. So it doesn't really matter too much which one we change here. So we'll change that monkey into this nine-tailed fox. And we already have all of the fodder we need to upgrade it or change it. Do we have any other spare heroes? Okay, we'll just use Tauros. Actually, no, we'll just use this fodder here. And we're running out of magic books now. So we have to start saving again for the events. Alright. And now let's update our team. Let's see if we can make any more exchanges and then update our team. So I think we need... Okay, so we just need a few more Immortal Zombie Shards and we can upgrade him to 1-star leader. Okay, so we need 9 Immortal Zombie Shards. Or Sphinx. And there's none right now. But we'll definitely look out for those immortal zombies if we get any, and then make them and break them down into Sphinx. So right now I think we'll update our team and see how much progress we made. So I'll give you guys a full review of my team right now and kind of what the team that I'm trying to build right now. Okay, so we have okay, so everything's ranged properly. So we have our rare team at the top here, so I'm going to change Cleopatra into a Trump pilot here. And then, okay, the arrangement's not right though, so it will be something like this. And then this will be Trump card pilot here. And then we'll probably change Barbarian King into a Cantor and Hawkeye into possibly another Trump card pilot. So that's our rare team. So it'll be Immortal Zombie, Trump card pilot, 1000 Year Pharaoh, and then this will either be another Immortal Zombie or maybe maybe also another 1000 Year Pharaoh, I'm not too sure. And then we also have Trump card pilot here. And then our dark team, we're gonna switch Death Envoy to Dark Emperor. So I'm gonna turn him into a 3-star leader and then switch him into Dark Emperor. And then we're gonna also change one of our Night Daughters into another Fast Sea Spirit. So that'll be our full dark team there. And then we have our Saint/Human team here. So we're gonna be changing this Monkey King into the Great Sage, which is basically an upgraded version of Monkey King. And then probably changing Ice Queen into either another Neza or Justice Angel. And then that'll be our full human Saint team for now. Actually, maybe I can show you if I have the proper duplicates. I think I have everything, so we'll have okay, it looks like we don't have, okay, we'll just use Justice Angel for now, but that should be an Essa. And then this will be our Human Saint team there. And then Trump card pilot. And then another Immortal Zombie here. Or maybe, okay, this is supposed to be Immortal Zombie. We need to get some more heroes. And then this will be another Trump card pilot, which I don't think we have either. and then that'll be our full team. So we'll just update that now. So right now the reason it's in the way it is that Death or Plague Envoy's the tank, and then we have 2 DPS in the middle to take care of all the enemies if they kill our back line. And then Night Daughter has some dodge, so that's why she's in the first spot here to take the tank damage. And then if she dodges, she releases her skill, so that'll deal even more damage. And then Night Fury is there for damage and stunning, because he stuns a lot. Death Envoy is not really going to be used, but when he turns into a Death or Dark Emperor, he's going to be similar. He'll just be dealing a lot of damage. And then he has the revive, of course. And then we have the Phoenix, which reflects damage here. And then this will be another Nezha here. So these two, again, similar thing where you want damage in the middle here, and then we'll have a tank here, and then another 2 damage or stun heroes. So that's like the typical lineup that we're using. Okay, so that's fine, and that is also fine. Okay, everything's good now. And then I'll just show you guys what I have currently on my dark team. So we have a 3-star orange set of equipment, and we're using the Call of Hope that's maxed out here on Death Envoy. So he has attack, armor penetration, and skill damage. And we'll probably just leave it at that for now, because when he gets changed to Death Envoy or Dark Emperor, he'll also be able to use those stats. And then he has revive too, so there's not really a point of making him any tankier than he already is. And then we have on Vasti Spirit, we have attack percent, and speed percent. So he's like pure damage, and then a 2-star set of orange equipment. And we're using the warrior artifact to potentially take out the tank. And we're using an assassin artifact on Death Envoy right now. And I think later we'll change this probably to assassin or ranger. You should really change it depending on the lineup that you're facing. So if there's no warriors, then there's no point of using this. And then we have Night Fury with 2-star set of orange equipment, and his badge is crazy outdated. So we'll be upgrading that as soon as possible. And then he has the Ranger artifact here. Oh, and the statues, right? So we also have 21% HP and anti-crit, anti-control, and some chance to reflect damage. So on Dark Emperor, it'll make him more tanky, and for Death Envoy, it gives him a little bit more survivability because he already does a huge amount of damage, so ideally you'll want more supportive or defensive stats on him. And then for Vasti Spirit, he also has some defensive stats because he already has a huge amount of attack, so he needs more survivability as well. So reduce hurt, anti-control, HP, and then he has the new protection statue, which when he takes a certain amount of damage, there'll be a chance to obtain a shield. And then we have Night Fury statue, so he has all just pure skill damage, which I'll probably be changing to more defensive, but for now It's just attack, skill damage, and a chance to deal damage when he dodges. And then our first Night Daughter, we have a 3-star orange set on her with Call of Hope, attack and skill damage. Again, I'm probably going to change this to more defensive skill because she's already does a crazy amount of damage, and then she can also already ignore 100% of the enemy's armor, so there's no reason to have like any attack on her. And she also seems to die pretty fast, so she has HP, dodge, hit, and a chance to block damage before she's killed. So the reason you want dodge on her is because her there's a skill here when you upgrade her to at least leader 2. So when any hero just attacks her regularly and then Night Daughter dodges it, she'll inflict an additional guaranteed attack that does 200% damage and then recover 50 fury points. So every time she dodges an enemy attack, she gains fury plus does a huge amount of damage. So that's why you want to increase her dodge, and it also gives her a lot more survivability as well. So that's what we have on our first Night Daughter, and then on the second one we have a 2-star equipment set and attack and skill damage, but again we'll be changing this to probably some more defensive stats. And then she has the Ranger artifact, and she has attack. It's like a mix of attack and defensive stats. So we have attack, anti-crit, dodge, and then when she's attacked there's a chance to restore fury points. So if she dodges, there's a chance that she could get 100% fury points because the skill restores 50-50, and then there's also the chance that when she dodges the attack from the leader skill here, she also gains another 50, so she'll be able to instantly use an attack. And then we also have Plague Envoy here, and then he has a 2-star orange set, and he has more defensive stats. Since he's kind of the tank and he heals everyone, he needs to be alive to do all that. So you have armor and anti-control on him. And then we also have an assassin artifact on him, and an HP and 2 dodge statue. And when he's about to be killed, he has a chance to block some damage. So I'll probably be using this statue on a Night Daughter after I change the badges on her, but for now, since he's the tank, we want a lot of dodge on him, so he's able to dodge and also survive the battle and heal everyone. And then besides that, there's not really, all of my other heroes just kind of have some like generic stuff. They don't really have like any specific things. It's generally just attack, or yeah, most of them are just attack on attack heroes, defensive stats on defensive heroes, and so on. So I'll just show you guys quickly. So Nezha has attack, armor, penetration, skill damage on her badge, the mage artifact, and then the statue is just basically all offensive stats. And then we have Ice Queen. She has basically nothing on her badge. And also, okay, so it's not, yeah, it's these heroes I really didn't put too much resources into yet. So they're all just basically stats that will be changed in the future. And then we have our Saint team here. So there's Monkey, there's his badge and his stats on his badge or statue. And then this is our new Ninetail Fox. And we have our Phoenix. It's got HP. And then it has all defensive stats, which is ideal for Phoenix because you want it to just tank everything and then reflect all of the damage back to the team. So it has a huge amount of damage, does a huge amount of damage from reflections, and then it'll revive again and then does a huge amount of damage. So it's even good to have 2 or 3 Phoenixes in a lineup. Oh, and we might use Kylan as well to pair with Phoenix, but we'll see how that goes. And then we have 1000 Year Pharaoh. He has crit and crit damage, and then he has some offensive and defensive mix of skills here. And I think there's a reason why I had crit on him. Okay, maybe not. But he deals more damage with that, although I'll probably change it because his damage doesn't seem like it's too high. So he probably needs some attack to heal more with a mix of defense. And then we have Hawkeye here using a green badge. So as you can see, we need a lot of resources to upgrade our heroes. And then he's got an orange badge here. And then this is Trump Card Pilot. And he's got crit there. There's actually a reason for that crit. When he crits, he can trigger infinite power an additional time. So he can trigger this skill here an additional time. So he gains increased damage, attack, and armor penetration. And then we have our Asura, which is basically has, I think, nothing. Just really basic stuff. Nothing special. And then the reason we'll be doing that is because we'll be keeping 8-star version of these, so the plan is to upgrade 3 more copies of 8-star Asuras and then change them into 4-star Asura instantly. So we're gonna try to save some kind of hero. I'm not too sure yet. One of our heroes is gonna turn into a 4-star leader fodder for Asura, basically. Alright, I think that pretty much covers everything, and I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I'll probably be streaming again this Thursday, or releasing a new video on Thursday for leveling up heroes from basically 0 all the way to 4-star leaders. And if you enjoyed the stream, if you leave a like, that would really help out, because we're trying to become partnered and we need 1,000 subscribers and I think 4,000 watch hours. So think we're getting there, but it would really help out if you could subscribe, and you can leave a like if you would like, and just a comment on maybe if you like cheesecake. All right, have a great Sunday and a great week until the next stream.